Welcome back, everybody. Today it is 7 o'clock on the 11th of February. Welcome. Thank you all for joining. If you're watching live or if you're watching later, hello to Fernicar and Daishan, who are already in the comments. Battlecruiser operational, liked and subscribed. Thank you for the crayons, Mr. Rodriguez. Okay. It's Tuesday. Did you know that we are on live stream number 50? Can you believe it? We're already there. Just a quick update on the channel. We have 226 main channel videos. We have 5,250 subscribers, and we have about 335,000 views. We are a year and 11 days old. And in a month, it will be my birthday. And I'm going to be announcing some competition challenges. And we'll judge the entries. And what the prizes will be, you ask. The prizes will be prepaid API keys for OpenRouter. So you can have a little bit of fun with VS Code if you haven't had a chance yet. But obviously, the OpenRouter key is good for many places, not just Klein. Okay, so prepaid, more details will be announced. So this is my, little competition we're announcing for live stream number 50, but it also coincides with us being a year old, and like I said, the cut-off date will be in 1 month's time. So watch out for information about that. The join link is in the description for this video, so you can join in the Discord and you'll get more information about that. I hope you're having a lovely Tuesday evening. I'm having a great time. I've had a great day today. I've done a bunch of stuff, managed to fix a bunch of things. Fernicar says, oh ho ho, congrats on 50 streaming. Are we going to see the Sage Attention sequel? Spoiler alert. Well, I did put a little vote in, so the people that are here early at the start of the stream, you're all going to be voting on what we're doing. And I've basically said, after I've taken a look at the Gradio updates, because I got some Gradio updates to show you first, after I've looked at that, are we going to fix Comfy? And so far it's looking like a hard yes. So we're going to have a little bit of fun doing that. But it's not something I haven't done before. Okay, so just a quick reminder. We got a bunch of Hunyuan Lauras that were all trained on H100. Very nice, very nice. My favourites are Backrooms, Highway Racing, and the Drift Tokyo Meets. This one's really cool. I really love this one. This one's based on my artwork and trained on images, not video clips. And then obviously we have the recently released Lumina pack, which is obviously now Comfy supported. We might have time to look at some other stuff. I got a few things written down, but we've got enough in the tank to keep us going for another 12 hours just tonight. So, Fernicar, my favourite is Cyber Society. I really appreciate that because it's kind of like the zenith of my style training at the moment. It's my most evolved work to date is the Cyber Society stuff, especially the late versions of Flux image models. Okay. Hello, Electrolab. Welcome to the stream. And you just reminded me. If I go over to the custom node chat. Custom node chat. Let's have a look here. RGB zoom. I think that's the last one you posted. So unless you've posted another version, I think the version I currently have for the pack is this one. See, the only problem with me maintaining the pack is that when you guys make new versions, you need to let me know so I can keep it up to date. And the way I do it is I don't touch your code, so you can just replace it as long as it has the same file name. But anyway, that's just a small thing. So let's dive straight in, shall we? So first things first, what am I even talking about? Well, let's just make sure it's actually running. Nope. I bet if I do this, it's going to go away, isn't it? Ah, damn. I should have just played it as it was right there. But that's okay. Then I get to show you the project, so. Let's do the other one first, because I think the other one is easier to show. Speak to me, and then from this one we'll go XTTS, and I will go and hide for a bit, but I'm not really going anywhere. Okay. So, is this the one? I believe this is the one. Yeah, we've got the clone script. It's based on this, which was an example I found. Essentially the ability to import it. Now I haven't figured out the best way to do this because I'll be real, right? It works. This is voice cloning with XTTS. So you put a sound, you put some speech in and it clones it, and then whatever you text to speech. But the problem is it doesn't really sound very good. So I'm not sure what the perfect length of input. Sorry, I'm looking at the output here. So I'm not sure what the best, you know, is it mono, WAV, is it 1 minute, is it 5 minutes? I don't know what the best is to get the best, so we have to find that out. But certainly 4 seconds and a minute wasn't enough. Like I said, I didn't make it mono, so that might improve things. But anyway, this is the code that it's based on. When you look at the actual Gradio, the GR tab starts here, so cloner, you know, it's parameterized, everything's there. I had to put in a GPU checkbox because it was defaulting to true, which was an oversight, so I had to, as you can see, where is it? Here, it's in the call at the top, so it confused it when it mirrored the code, which is interesting, I guess. Ah! What's this? Electrolab, I specify mutation number. Thanks, Electrolab, I'll try to remember that. Fernicar says, the intentionality in Cyber Society is encouraging. It was my intro unconventional training. Ah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. See, I wanted to really expand the idea of a branching tree. So it's not just one data set and one training. You know, you can really take it. You can really get deep in the weeds and explore it and actually create something unique as a result of becoming familiar with all of that territory. So I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, so essentially there's an install bat. You run the installation. and then you run the Gradio. It's a lot easier than, there is a Linux setup script here, and then obviously you just run app.py. This is a code snippet, which is how I made the new tab. Let's just run this. Enough talk. Enough talk. Let's get busy. Now, it's funny because it doesn't sound like me, even though I gave it like a minute of audio to work with. So it's kind of a bit strange. But yeah, so first things first, XTTS text-to-speech app. It's already updated on the GitHub, by the way, so if you want to check that out. The difference is we actually... No, wait, that's something else. That's another update. Okay, so let's just stay on track. XTTS, okay, the difference is it doesn't need a model, or it doesn't seem to download a model. I think it must do it on the first push, but you don't have to actually, you know, it must be automatic, because you don't have to put a model somewhere like with Kokoro. I'm mainly using this to do foreign languages. So say we want to do some Spanish. Okay. And we wait for it to do it. And all I've done is essentially, like I said, I've been in VS Code and I've been on the internet on my Chromebook, which I filled up with projects, which it's so funny. I filled up the hard drive. But if you look, I literally just find a code snippet like this in a blog post or something like that, and I go, you know what I mean? What can we do with this? Because it literally looks to me like, well, how I read this is import models, which we can do. We know how to do imports, right? And it's ComfyUI TTS, which is the package. Text input, there's your text that you want to make it speak. Output file, that can be parameterized. Input audio file, that can be parameterized, right? So this is what you're cloning. Language, English, because obviously it's got all these different languages, right? Split sentences, I think, is to hopefully make this better. But anyway, and then there was the GPU truthing. That was the only thing that caught me out first time around. But like I said, I just found this code and I went, oh, I wonder if I can make my Gradio better. So anyway.
Hola, esta es una prueba del sistema de texto a voz XTTS.
It's not too bad, right? So if I now go to the cloner, should we do the same thing? I haven't tried this. So if we go to the cloner, enter that in, and then say the language is ES, and then I'm going to put some audio what I made earlier, which is just me saying a bunch of random stuff. Okay, it's like a minute long, alright? Ooh! Too much data for declared content length. Okay, so maybe that is too much. Maybe it's too much. Okay, well, how about we just... Let's see if this works. So... Where's the mic? Here's the mic. Second mic, guys. Just giving you something to clone my voice with by saying a few random words like the lazy fox jumped over the brown dog. Wait, that's not how it goes. It's the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. I don't know why I said it the way I said it the first time, but to be honest, I'm just filling time. The idea is to say a few strange words in a few interesting ways and then hope that that conveys, but I don't know if that's going to work, right? So, and it's going to be cloning me into Spanish anyway. Did we get another error? Too little declared. Oh, so maybe it wants even more than that. Well, we'll give it a run anyway. It's one of these things, you know what I mean? They didn't actually say anywhere on the website how much time they wanted or what format the file was or anything really. I'm sure it's written somewhere, I've just got to dig and find it. I think it's because ComfyUI is like a revival of somebody else's thing that... Anyway, whatever.
Hola, esta es una prueba del sistema de texto a voz XTTS.
Now, I don't... Because obviously I hear my own voice differently in my head. If you think that was even slightly close to me, maybe it was. But the way I'm looking at it is this, right? It's not about whether it clones the voice. What we want is a way to steer a voice. So imagine the input audio you use is like a seed, which transforms the voice, but it should be the same every time, is my hope, right? So I'm thinking maybe you can use, a voice sample to create a consistent voice, right? So let's see, maybe if I make him say something else like, I wonder if French is a different voice. I don't know if it is. I've not tried this, but I wonder. Okay, from the official repo voice cloner, you can see 4 minutes is common among the MP3 files there. Ah, 4 minutes. Right. Okay, that's interesting, because I do actually have some data sets for training voices. I just haven't pulled them out yet. I haven't really sat down with the tool. I'm just trying to make sure it works. 6 out of 10. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. To be honest, the primary use for this was to make it speak the other languages for me.
Hola, esta es una prueba del sistema de texto a voz XTE.
See, I don't know if that does sound like me. If I was to speak French, I don't know. Probably not. But my hope is that it can at least give us a control over what it sounds like. So it's not just the default sound. You can make it kind of go in a direction with an input. So that's my hope anyway. So I'd say it's less of a cloner and more of a styler. But maybe, as you say, if we just use longer recordings, like if I get 4 minutes of a speaker, maybe that'll work. Do you know what? It's worth a little detour. Let's see if we can't find it. I wonder if I can do it with a clever search. Like, you know, WAV files that are over a certain size or something. Over 30 megabyte WAV files, something like that, maybe? We'll just see if it can even do that. Can you do it by size, mush? Filter? Do you know what? I don't see that option here, and it's being all glitchy. I don't care. Right. Is there a filter? Filter. There's content search. No, none of this is any good. None of this is any good. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, quick segue. You probably all know this anyway, but if you're wondering, the music that we play on the stream in the Discord is listed under my Spotify in the forum. I don't know why Discord is being lame. There we go. Is it still being lame? Look at it, look at it. It's locked up. Oof. So there's a road to Spotify, they're all in there. Okay. So my radio station is playing these tracks. I need to update the SSL, but we haven't got our web hats on. My god. I'm just going to restart my Discord, guys, because it's crashing out hard. Alright. Do you know what? I was trying to find the audio, but I got a funny feeling that it's just like, what the heck's going on in my machine right now? Am I suffering from death? Nothing here. It's all crashing out, guys. Ah! I'm drowning. I don't know why. It's Discord. Stop being... Look at it. Discord's being lame right now. I think we might have to kill it. Oh, we're gonna have to kill Discord. It's cooking everything. I don't know why. Can't even control Alt Delete. This is the sort of stuff you love right in the middle of a backswing. Right, Discord. What? Get rid of it. I'm sure I'll be better off. I can turn it back on in a minute. Okay. So anyway, like I was saying, this works. Okay. I was going to get a longer file, but we can do that another time. We've got other gradios to look at. So, that one was fun. Like I said, it's a new thing I'm experimenting with, is this clone speech thing. We've got more to show. Whoa, yola! That's quite like an echo of earlier meta. So this is good, right? And the update's already pushed. So next we come to Speak to Me. And Speak to Me is a bit similar. So obviously it has a component, but it's not using XTTX, it's using Kokoro and Whisper and Olama, right? So the first thing you do is you go in and you choose which model you want to use. Now I will say, with DeepSeek you often get a massive thinking output, and I was thinking about putting a checkbox to filter out the thinking before it sends it to speech, but to be honest, it's the only model that does that. So it's like you only need it for one model. So I don't know. I'll wait and see. I'll wait and see. It already does a cleanup after the Olama response. So there's already a function that removes non-alphanumeric characters. So it's not going asterisk, asterisk, you know what I mean? So we've already got a sort of cleanup. But every other model doesn't do the think tag thing. So anyway, so pretty much just set this up. Make sure you've got your prompt in there. I'm going to be using 1.5 billion Quen Distilled Q8, which is a lovely 2 GB DeepSeek model. So although the response will have a bunch of think tags, it is what it is. The Tiny, I'll use Tiny. So I'm just going to ask him a simple question. So obviously you can upload something if you've got an audio recording, but I was thinking about making it so you can still type, but this will do for now. So let's say I need help building an app in React. Can you help me plan my app? What do you need for me to start planning it? Really vague. If we just do a pre-transcribe, we can check that what it's picking up isn't garbage at least. This is why I wanted to be able to edit it, because I was like, oh, you could like transcribe, edit, then, but it's like all these little extra bits and pieces. Do you know what I mean? You're welcome to fork it. But essentially, now we've got this set up. Obviously, I want to choose what voice I want to speak back to me, okay? And yes, we do have new voices, so how about we try one of those? We've got Dora now, who is Spanish. Let's see if it works. Okay, so it will be English, but anyway, it's not going to translate it or anything like that. Some of these new voices are actually really good. The Indian voices are great. Like, the whole point of this update was to add in the missing Indian and Spanish voices. Okay. Deshaun says, although it sounds correctly pronounced, it's not John. Electrolab says it needs to output MP3 if you want disk space in the near future. Full Dive Media says, happy birthday for the channel and you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much, Full Dive. Daishan Rodriguez, are the Gremlins Python those who are making your PC fail? They're the ones that ate my ComfyUI environment last night. So we're going to fix that. We're getting there. I've only actually got 2 gradios to show you guys, so It does take a while, this, but it's because DeepSeek is, like, quite wordy. Alright? And it's not going to show us anything until it finishes as well. So. But yeah. Electrolab says hello to everyone waving. Wave to the gremlins and the ghosts in the machines. I'm going to drink my coffee and be merry. It's a lovely evening. Best thing about this tool is it's saving everything. It doesn't transcribe, it only saves the audio for the output though. But I will say, look at this, 4 minutes and 26 seconds. Okay? Ready for this.
Tinkal rigs te user one-stop build an app using React. Teire asking o to help them start planning it. I show figure out what steps they need to be looking for. First, mai veteineda template or example. That will give them a starting point. It can provide a basic React app skeleton with buttons and some code. It will show them how components are structured in React. Next, documentation is crucial. They probably need information on using React best practices, common patterns like hooks and props, and popular libraries. Without this, they might struggle to understand the ecosystem around React. They might also be interested in understanding how their app should interact with the web. So explaining React's API conventions and testing frameworks will be helpful. These concepts are essential for integrating React into a Flutter site. If they are using server-side rendering SSR or Express, can knowing about auto-switch between clients.
I've got no idea if that's a good translation or not. I have no idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it up in the Discord and you guys can listen to it and let me know, because I don't speak Spanish. Hang on a sec. Where'd Discord go? Oh yeah, I killed it. I sent it to the Shadow Realm because it was being glitchy. You know, I wish that programs actually like glitched out properly when they were broken. Oh, it's installing a huge update. Hang on. No wonder it was glitching. Okay, so basically here we go. I'm going to throw it into the general. I'm going to say prompts. Spanish selected, because I don't know if it's translating or if it's just putting an accent on and it's just talking dribble. Do you know what I mean? Normally I put Spanish in there, not English. Do you know what I mean? So I think this is just Spanish sounding dribble, but I'm not like 100% sure about that. So what we'll do is we will download the response and put it in the post, right? You can let me know, because I think it sounds like Spanish accent dribble, not actual Spanish. And I think you're supposed to, you know, actually put Spanish through it. But what I'm going to do is I'll put it back into like an American voice or something, and then, you know, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. So let's ask it a different question. Let's say this. I want to use a tool called ComfyUI to create AI-generated artwork. Can you tell me what I have to do next? Right, and then we'll just, there we go. Tell me what I have to do next. Oh, okay. It's not going to get that right, so I'm going to say it again. That's my fault. Okay. I would like to use an AI art generation tool called ComfyUI. What should I do next? So, you know, help me plan my life. Comfy. I mean, close enough, man. I mean, what am I going to do, man? I don't even... That's not even a word. That's not even a word! God damn it. Let's try it. Let's see if it can figure it out, right? We've got it on that. So I'll show you what I meant by when you don't use DeepSeek. I'll put it on Llama, right? We've got all these sliders, we've got all this good stuff. But essentially it's like speech in, speech out. That's what I've created here. Is it fast? It's running on CPU. So no. But it only takes up a very small headroom. And there's a lot we can create with that. So people saying, okay, that's how a Spanish speaker would try to read English text. Got it, got it. Best thing is to trust. I sound like a Brazilian trying to speak English. Do you know what? The Brazilian voices were broken. You know, last time I trained a voice in RVC, it took about a day. But if you want to be more original, you can make the outputs from TTS through to RVC. Thanks, Full Dive. See, I actually have RVC trained models where I evaluated it for a couple of clients. But the thing is that it's like, it was a bit clunky to actually integrate. These pipelines work really nicely. There is a training for TTS as well, so we might look into that. It depends whether we even need to be honest. So let's hear this one.
ComfyUI sounds interesting. After some research, I found that ComfyUI is a user interface UI design tool that utilizes artificial intelligence AI to generate visual designs for mobile apps and websites. To get started with ComfyUI, here are the general steps you can follow. 1. Sign up, go to the ComfyUI website and create an account or sign in if you already have one. 2. Choose a template or start from scratch, browse through their template library or start designing your project from a blank slate. This will help you get familiar with the tool's interface and features. 3. Define your design parameters, set the dimensions, colors, fonts, and other design elements that you want to use for your project.
What?
You can also adjust settings like layout, icon styles, and more. 4. Generate designs, click on the Generate button, or similar to let ComfyUI's AI engine create a set of visual designs based on your parameters. 5. Refine and iterate, inspect the generated designs, make adjustments to your parameters as needed, and regenerate designs until...
He's guessing. He's guessing. He's talking about all kinds of weird stuff.
...out their documentation, YouTube tutorials, or online forums. Don't be afraid to experiment and try new things. AI art generation tools like ComfyUI are designed to help you explore different design possibilities.
Okay, I mean, it's 90% there, so I'll say fair. It sounds good though. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is that you could have been like, you could have recorded a lengthy prompt. I'm giving him like dumb, sort of, you know, lowest hanging fruit type prompts right now. Span-ish, yeah. But like I said, what it means is that, you know, the other voices are there for mixing, you see. That's what I'm thinking. For mixing. Right. But we haven't got blending in this version yet. All in good time. So as I said, these two are both on my Mushroom Fleet GitHub. You can find this one at Speak to Me, and then the other one was at XTTS Gradio. Hang on a minute, this is out of date. Where's the thing gone? That's weird. I put a screenshot in there. I must have erased it by updating it. Yeah, I did. I'm smart because I... Hang on a sec. I just got to restore a thing that I broke, so... Get this image... And we're going to do exclamation mark, and then we're going to do square bracket demo-UI square bracket round bracket, paste the link, round bracket, and that will embed my image. It's already in the images folder of this project. There we go. And now you've got Speak to Me. There it is. So I, like I said, recently updated it to include the new voices, which that's not there. That's lovely. I don't know. Something's going on weird here with the readmes. But it's cool. Right, so that brings us to the end of my crazy TTS GUIs. There's a video talking about all this stuff. And I have actually updated my nodes as well, so that they will have the missing voices. There was missing voices Here we go. There were 4 missing Indian voices. And I think there were 3 missing Spanish voices. There were another 4 voices that were Brazilian, but for whatever reason, they don't work. If you try to use them, they just don't work. I'm sure I'm calling them correctly, because I call them all the same. So for whatever reason, I can't do that. Now, somebody said that it might be because in the requirements.txt, I may be using the wrong version, which is fair. So if I go into the either Cockroach TTS or Speak to Me, either of them will be fine. If we look at the requirements, I'm using no specification on the version. Yeah. So, you know, I think I'm using the most up-to-date version, so I should be okay. I didn't specify an old one on Speak to Me, that is. Over on Cockroach TTS, I think I did put a version number in. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, fine. Special thanks to the White Eagle for providing the Cockroach ONX library. I'm going to put attribution at the bottom of my projects. So yeah, this guy gave me the idea to do the Cockroach because you can see the examples, and it was literally that. That's the code to do it with Cockroach. Obviously, you've got to have the models locally, and I had to like solve for that, parameterize it all, so it's a node now, but it's a very small amount of code to adapt into a node. And there's all kinds of projects like this, they're just buried everywhere. Some of them are very old as well. That's what I found with a lot of my special effects nodes that I made. Okay. Alrighty. So we can shut this down. Now I've shown that. It works! Like I said, I've been trying to build this forever. All I wanted was to be able to talk to the LLM locally and have it respond to me with an answer. Now,
don't hesitate to push the boundaries of what's possible.
Obviously, different models give you different types of responses. So, like, I like what DeepSeek does, but you know, that whole think tag, you know, you've got to listen to him thinking about it before he actually answers you. And sometimes you can't it's hard to tell where, because the think tags don't get read out, I think. So anyway, that's that one done. So the next thing that we were working on was the Cockroach TTS nodes, where obviously we've added in the voices. I've added in all the new voices, but I haven't been able to test it because we got a problem. There's Gremlins. I wasn't lying today, even though it is a bit of a baity title. It was not a lie. And I will show you. So let's just get rid of some of these. Get rid of that one for a minute. Get rid of that one too. We've looked at both of those. Alright. So let's talk about what we're talking about, shall we? Shall we? First of all, welcome. That's right, I'm still here. And I'm glad you are too. What we're going to do now is we're going to do less of a goblin hunt, more of a... or a gremlin hunt. Less of that, more of a let's just build a new country and steal all of our gold out the vault and try to build a new castle, basically. The gremlin infestation may have been too severe, and we're not about to do some kind of cleansing, you know what I mean? I'm not about to go in there with a blowtorch or whatever. So what we're essentially going to do is something that everybody should know how to do by now. If you're a comfy boy or a comfy girl, when you see this, I bet it'll work now. After all the dramatics, if you see what you're about to see, don't struggle. Just give in and start fresh. because it's not really fresh. You've already downloaded all the models. That's the bit that takes the time. So let's see what the error is, shall we? Oh boy. So yeah, for the next, I don't know how long, what we're going to do is we're going to re-establish control over our broken Comfy. We're going to purge the gremlins by moving house, essentially. The infestation, it became too bad. So that's pretty much what we're doing. So let's get on with it. Oh no, the imp. Look, I told you it was Gremlins. Look. Imp importer. You see? Fernicar says try Python M pip check. Huh. That's an interesting command. Python M pip check. I've never seen that before. Hold up. Hold up. Python-M pip check. What? Hang on. That's where pip is. I think it's in this one. Yeah, there it is. Okay, hang on. Let's give this one a go, shall we? I'll give it a go. We're about to ditch it anyway, so what harm could it do? Maybe you've got a magical command that can fix my universe for me. Here we go. Oh wait, hang on. Is it going to use the Python in... Yeah, it should do. Yeah. Oh. Wait, what? Why is my numpy so old? You see what I mean? Something broke. I think that's what it was. It downgraded my numpy to 1.264. So why don't I just do Python pip install numpy. See what happens. I probably should have put a switch in there, right? Oh shit. Python.exe. Can't open it. See, this is why I don't do it this way. Hold up. Hold up. I don't do it this way. Do. Wait. I got Pip. I got Pitman. Let's go. Enter the full path to Python. And I have to put python.exe in. Python.exe. And then it saved it. So I want to install numpy. It's already satisfied 1.264. So what about if I say, I wonder if, I'm not sure, I've never tried this. Numpy equals 2.0, wasn't it? I don't know. Just break it. I bet that's not even the right one. I couldn't remember it off the top of my head here. It's a different thing. Oh no, everything else is broken. Okay, so this is the problem, isn't it? It's all of the other stuff. All the other stuff I use. So Kokoro requires 2.02. Alright, so let's do 2.02 instead. Numpy equals... Wait. There we go. Whoops. Let's try that one. Hey. Yeah, I'm seeing that. But I think that the problem is that that Gradio is actually also out of date. So it's like, you don't get to tell me that it's this when you're also... That should be like 4.4 or something, right? So this Gradio is out of date. So it's all wrong. Do you know what I mean? The problem is, I've got one or more packages that are just out of date. And what I could do... Let's see. NumPy... This... Ah, great. Coqui requires NumPy to be under 2. Is there anything that requires it to be under 2.0? Look. Wait, what? You have Pillow 11, but you have... Wait, what? But you have Pillow 11.1. What? Less than 11, more than 8. You see what I mean? A lot of this is actually wrong. The only one I really worry about... Okay, and then I can't remember what it said before. Basically, it was like complaining before about... It wanted 2.02 for one thing. You have NumPy 2.2.2. Hang on. How about like, because I'm just testing it now. So NumPy, right? Less than equal to 2.0.0. How about that? No, wait. I don't even know if there is a 1.9.9. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's going to say that doesn't exist, surely. Okay, 1.9.3 is the one that is existing. What the? Oh no, it's the same thing. It's the imp again. It's the imp. Look at that. Download NumPy. Which is why it's cooked, guys. And like I said, you don't need to mess around with this. Okay? It's fine. Because we can just start again. So we're going to be making Machines 11 today. What a glorious... what a glorious day. And into Machines 11, we are going to put the new Comfy Anonymous release. Whatever the hell that is. May as well get a new one. Last week. Right? Ta-da! So I'll grab that. That shouldn't take long. So let's have a look. This is a work for Pipman, says Fernicar. Pirate GFX says NumPy gets downgraded because dependency was compiled with the old version. Right. If you ever install NumPy 2 and higher, pipcheck will tell you about a lot of modules. Yep. Pirate, says Fernicar. Pirate GFX says recompile dependencies to use the new version so both can be used. And then Fernicar said, I'll be honest, the fork didn't install Kokoro ONNX because of all this. Instead I made it standalone by including the SRC code in the third-party folder. What would Claude do instead? Electrolab, Gradio in Comfy? Which thing are we fixing? Yeah, this is the thing, see. I do think there is actually, like... I think there is actually a Gradio code in there somewhere, but it's not what you... hang on, let me see if I can I find it? Because we're going to be scooping this one out anyway. Maybe I was thinking about something else, but... maybe I was thinking about something else that's in one of the folders. Is it notebooks? Yeah, there's a collab, not a Gradio. There's a collab. So that's not what. Yeah. So I don't know why there's Gradio. That's what I'm saying. Why was Gradio even... This is what I'm saying, see? It was just filthy. For whatever... There was stuff in my... every time you install custom nodes... Remember, this happened when I tried to do, like, some request workflow, okay? So the way I see it is one or more dependencies conflicted from that workflow. And it's just unfortunate. So, what do? We don't sweat it. We just keep moving. Okay. Here we go. Right. So this is the last update, which was about a week ago, so it should be good. Oh my god, Sage Attention Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Who's vacuum cleaning? It's actually a sandblaster. Is your mic near your GPU? No, it's actually a sandblaster. And it's quite large as well. It's like a booth-sized one. They're downstairs. Sometimes they're here when I'm here. Yeah. Like I said, it's like a race car tuning shop down there. It's like, I can get you parts overnight from Japan, you know? Rotary specialist. All types of Doritos. I think he's actually doing some kind of like golf ball shaped pattern on the pistons right now. I'm not 100% sure what he's doing. But yeah, you can get wheels, full car size wheel in this sandblasting booth. It's pretty sick. Right. Okay. Is it still downloading? It's not even started yet. It's just thinking about it. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. So, at the moment, I've added the new voices to the Kokoro nodes, so I'm hoping to push an update on that. I haven't even looked at putting the voice blending into the... What's it? The node for XTTS. I was thinking about putting a clone, you know, make a clone. So I thought maybe I could show you, like, start to finish, how I would actually go about doing that. Daishan says, in general, it sounds very realistic. With background music, you wouldn't notice it's a machine. Talking about the output from vCloner, which is Fernicar has submitted over here. Let's listen.
Hola, soy el Capitán Jack Sparrow y le contactaba porque Luni se porta muy mal, se sube a dormir en el sofá, se ladra y todo.
Interesting.
Hola, soy el Capitán Jack Sparrow y le contactaba porque Luni se porta muy mal, se sube a dormir en el sofá y ladra.
Second one's better. Did you increase the speed, Fernicar? I'm interested. Using voice cloner and official... I think when I used voice cloner it didn't work, so this is why I'm using that one. I showed you the code snippet for the thing, but if you've got a better code snippet, you go right away and tell me. Are we still unpacking? Yep, we're still unpacking, guys. We'll get there. Yeah, it's funny that we managed to get the slurp mode working in the node, but not in the Gradio as well. That's still pretty funny. Just for reference, it's not my son, it's my brother. Yeah, are you enjoying yourself? Yes, I'm having a blast. Yeah, it's true. It does look amazing, Electrolab. To see derusting does look pretty impressive. But yeah, it's crazy Dorito tuning going on down there. Okay. It's nice code as well. I mean, it's not, you know, spherical linear interpolation. The AI knows how to do it. It's a bunch of trigonometry. But yeah, this should be good to go. All three of these should be ready to test. But I didn't anticipate the zip file taking forever to unpack. I don't know why it's so slow. Oh well. It is what it is, man. So yeah, what I thought I'd do while we're waiting for Comfy is just take you through, start to finish, how I would approach adding in this new blend feature to my nodes. So let's just close this folder because it's a different node pack. And let's see, what do we got? DJZ XTTS, there it is. Okay. So, first things first, I need my source, right? So I'm... There we go. Gradio. Copy that link. Back in here. We've got the thing. Oh, 43%. Looks like it's speeding up. I got a race situation here. So we'll close that. We'll open up the one node that we have right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to terminal, new terminal, and I'm going to do a git clone, Control-Shift-V. Okay, so now I've git cloned the Gradio in here, and I'm going to open up the app. Alright. Okay. And so the prompt is going to end up being something along the lines of... nope. Go here. It'll be 1 read app.py. This is the Gradio that we need to mirror the cloner tab code into our new custom node. Okay, and then 2 read DJZ underscore XTTS underscore V1 dot pi. This is what is it? This is used as a template. What is it? As a template when creating the new custom node for voice cloning text to speech with okay, I think that's probably good enough, and then probably a bit too verbose. Okay, then we finally go to create, and it's got to be the same, so DJZ underscore XTTS underscore V2.py. It doesn't exist yet, so I just put the file name in quotes, which is our new custom node for ComfyUI, which is directly based on the original. I'll have to replace all of these in the actual interface as well. Deshaun, now that you mention it, it sounds clearly like a sandblasting paint remover. I used to think you were streaming from a garbage truck. Hey, maybe I was. It's been a long time. Fernicar says, is Dominic Toretto your brother? Family. Yesterday you mentioned, Fernicar says, yesterday you mentioned this is a template. Wasn't as good as in comparison to following this logic. Yes, yes, you are correct, Fernicar. Don't worry, I'm going to read it back and adjust things. I need to kind of like lay it out. I think good prompt design is a bit like drawing a house sometimes. You have to kind of sketch things. But yeah, you are correct. That is better. This is a template is better than following this logic. In fact, I will do better than that in a minute, because should be used as a template for input/output formatting. Yeah, that's better. It's something specific I'm trying to get it to do there. Custom alert directly based on the first one, right? Except the main function, was it? The main function mirrors the voice cloner code in the cloner tab of gradio.py. I'll have to replace the name of that, alright? Might be like app.py or something. Okay, accept the main function. Yeah. So it's following this logic. Mirrors the voice cloner code. Maybe I could put it here. Following the logic in the cloner tab of Gradio. I'll have to replace that as well. That's not like, that needs to be the right call out there. Okay, so we are, yeah, mirror. So read app, read DJZ XTTS, create the new file. That's pretty much everything it has to do. I wonder if there's a way I can make it validate. I'll say validate by comparison with example with cloner tab radio example to ensure the function is complete. I don't know. I think that's good enough. And then I'll give it a little bit of context up here as well. So I'll say I need to create a new custom node for ComfyUI that is named, and we'll use the same name. Which will be based on V1, however will mirror the functions in the second tab cloner from the Gradio app. Okay, that's pretty much all I need. I think that's it. So if I now take this, come into my main projects, doesn't really matter which one we open because we're really making a third file this time. So put them in plan mode, paste that in, and for anybody that's new, you probably have seen me do this before, but essentially what this comes down to now, and if it doesn't work, all you're going to do is close folder and then open folder again, because it just needs to reload the contents, but you should be good. So I need to create a thing that's the dirt, right? So this file exists, so I need to specifically call it out. There it is. Okay, and then from the Gradio app, so I'm going to say from the, I'll put that right here, so at, is it app? Yeah, there we go. And then I'm basically just going to be doing the exact same thing at app You can just manually type it in if it's not there, but it's easier to just reload so you know you're getting the right file. So then I'll just say teacher Z. There we go. Create the third one, which is based on the first one. Based on the first one. Following logic in the cloner tab of that. There we go. Validate by comparison. In the Gradio example. Again. It's funny. How many times do you have to link it? Probably not this many times, but, you know, I'm still getting used to what I can get away with. But anyway, this is a good starting point now. Like, let's just open that up so you can actually see. Can I move this? Can I make this bigger? No, can't do it. Well, anyway, that's our big prompt. So let's fire it away and see what happens. What it should do is make me a V2, which has the, because if you notice, it's clearly laid out. GR tab cloner. It should be easy for it to find this and then mirror any relevant code, which is up here. Okay, where is it? There, so def generate cloned speech and the options from the tabs. That should be what it's looking for. So there's something I'm going to have to help him with, obviously, because I've never asked him to have a new input for the, you know, clone voice. So let's see what he's done. In our new node file, xttsv2, we will follow the same overall structure as v1. That is, we'll declare a class with attributes for type, output type, category. Main method will be called clone voice, replaces synthesize. Input types will be modified to support extra parameters. In addition to speed and language, we will add speed. In addition to text and language, we will add speed. And also speaker audio and audio input. Nice, he's already figured that out. Or tuple with sample rate and numpy audio array. Also a use GPU boolean to indicate whether to use GPU, which defaults to false. In our new voice clone method, we implement the voice cloning logic based on cloner, which is the one that we know at least slightly works. Process the speaker audio input. If it isn't a string, treat it as a tuple. Write a temporary file. Set the speaker file path. Initialize the model for cloning. Gradio uses this, so it's going to do that. Yeah. Should be okay. We've got an example of, see, we've done this already in the first node, so we should get away with it. The new file will import all necessary modules, handle exceptions similarly by raising errors and clean messages. Okay, I'm happy. I thought I was going to have to tell him to add the input for the audio, but he already knew about it. So, he already knew about it, guys. What are you going to do? And apparently Comfy's ready, which is nice. So the first thing we're going to have to do is Control X on the models, and then whilst being in this folder, Control V. What? 36 files? What files? Oh, it's just everything, like, it's nothing important. There's a couple of things, I guess. I'll just do that. It's probably quicker just to overwrite everything. Once it's figured out how many files there are, it should be quick. Alright, so back to this. DJZ XTTS V2 has been created as a custom node. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Okay, with that, I've got to go and check the plumbing. I'll be right back. We'll test it when I get back, hopefully. Hello, hello. Where was I? Okay, looks like those models have been copied. So it looks like we're ready to run. Obviously, it's going to be very confused about his situation. And there'll be nothing in it but models. But we should be able to at least download Comfy Manager. In fact, we'll do that straight away. There's no point. Comfy Manager. I don't think it comes with it, so... Nope. Nope. Okay, now does it need to be installed? It has a requirements.txt. What's this? What's this? Check. Okay, it's something for internal stuffs. Interesting. Do you know what? I don't remember ever running requirements for Comfy Manager. Do you need to do that? I'll install my DJZ nodes as well while I'm at it. Nodes. No, nodes. No. Where is it? There it is. Git clone. Okay. And we're done. So what I can do, I can get my install portable. Interesting. Oh shoosh. Do you know what I forgot to do, guys? I forgot to, silly. So silly. So basically I forgot to, add this new one to path, right? So yeah, that's a slight oversight on my part there. So hang on, we need to do that. That's very important. So we go into Python embedded. I could have sworn it's just this folder, but sometimes people say you're supposed to do the scripts folder because that's where pip is, and I'm just going to do it from here. So we need to go into our environment, system environment variables, guys. We've been in here a couple times for a couple things. So if we go to path, and then one of them is going to be for my last one, see, machines 10. So in fact, what I can do is I can just change it to this is what I end up doing. I just change it to the next one. Done, done. Okay. Now sometimes you might have to restart your machine. I don't much, really. But yeah, there it is. So we've done that part. So now we should be able to run the install portable. God knows what it was doing before. In theory it was working. So I'll run that, and I'll run that, and then we'll start it up, and it should be good. In theory. Of course, there's other things I need to grab, but we can get them. You know what I mean? I'll just get what I... It's going to be a whole lot of custom nodes. Yeah, I added the new Comfy. Basically, I actually didn't add it. Well, I had the old one in machines 10. Okay? The old one was in machines 10, the new one's in machines 11, but the path is identical. So it doesn't really make any difference, you know what I'm saying? You just changed the 10 to it. I changed the 0 to a 1, and now it's looking at a different one. Oh, there's an even newer version of pip out. Well, it's just as well that I even have a batch file for that too. Update, pip update, portable. Yeah, adding FFmpeg, yep. Yep. Well, if you've got Comfy Portable, it's useful to add this. Because, anyway. So that's done. So we just want to run this one. Nice. Well, obviously there's many more nodes. However, shouldn't really copy custom nodes like that, because you got to run all of the requirements, right? Right. Devo Castler says, hello, hi, noob script kiddie here. Are the machines virtual machines? No, they're just folders called machines, but they do contain virtual machines, because Python embedded is a virtual embedded Python, essentially, right? So it contains everything you need. So this folder could just be copied to a memory stick, and then you could put it onto another machine. And because it contains its own Python, its own torch, and everything else, this is a bit like a VNV. A little bit like a VNV. It's got scripts, it's got lib, but like I said, there's lots of different ways of doing this. So yes, but the folder is just for organization. You know what I mean? I've actually gone up from 1. I was like machines 1, machines 2, machines 3. I'm now on like my 10th, well, I'm now on my 11th install. You know what I mean? Every couple of months I blow it up by installing some workflow that installs some conflicting packages, and then your VNV's cooked. But if you just start again, 90% of what you use won't conflict like that. So I'm kind of giving people a chilled demo on, you know, how to get out of the mud. And it's the simplest thing, really. You just install a new Comfy, change the path, cut and paste the models, because that's the big thing. Look, there's only 61 gigabytes in here now. I've removed the models. There's only 61 gigabytes in there, look. And I bet a lot of that isn't even mine. Hang on, let me see. What have we got in here? So there's 50 gigabytes in there, which means there's only 10 gigabytes in the Python side. How much is of it in output? So 43 gigabytes are outputs. So I don't know how many files that is. A lot of that is video. 20,000. A lot of that is video, and you can probably half it, because whenever I make an image or a video, it saves, like, you know, a workflow version. So it's like probably 10,000 videos and pictures. But the joke is, I completely reinstalled Comfy like in January, because over Christmas my install was cooked then. So it took 2 months. It's getting quicker. The amount of time it takes to cook your Comfy. Have you tried using hard links? Yeah, people tell me about symlinks, but I'll be honest, I just move the file. I'll be honest, guys. I've only got all of my models in one spot. I'm not against it though. Do you know what I mean? If your system can do it, go for it. Go for it. Whatever you're comfortable with. You know. So anyway, long story short, it's time to start the new one up. So let's see if we're still cooked. It should start up super fast. Super fast. Let's see if I'm wrong. Right, wrong, right. Devo says, I keep my models in a nice library of models and I don't cut, paste or copy them. I create hard links which act like addressable shortcuts that aren't technically shortcuts. Yep. I think the problem I have... oh, love the content, by the way. Thank you so much for your videos. Yeah, thanks, Devo. Oh, Daishan, I got to go out and buy lettuce. Hope to be able to resume streaming later. Well, if you don't, you can always catch up, because, you know, I mean, we'll probably still be here. The night is still young. Depends how long it takes to get the lettuce. Oh no, it's showing the cursed workflow that exploded my Comfy last time. Yeah, it was a behemoth. I don't know what I did, I should have expected it really. But this isn't something that I want to look at right now. What I want to look at is... the XTTS, no. Kokoro TTS V3. Was it V3? Yeah, because we got it working. Right, here we go. Oh, well, that's not good. Because we actually installed it, didn't we? I'm confuzzled now. Alright, well, let's find out what it has to say about itself. Kokoro TTS, install. Oh. What the hell? I don't even know what nightly is. Alright, and then RG3. Oh, what the heck's this? What? There's only nightly? Okay. Sure. Sure thing, my guys. Yes, I'd like to reboot. It looks and feels a little bit different today. I don't know if it's because it's been updated. Fernicar says, hard link. Wait, what? To apply, you need to refresh the browser. Yeah, sure. Fernicar says, Hardlink Shell Extension is my favourite software to drag and drop junction symlinks and hardlinks. Uh-oh, spaghetti-os. It's still saying... Oh, I know why. It's because the model... Wait, no, it's not because the model is missing. So why is it failing? Hold up. Machines 11. Models. Where's the Cockero folder? There. And there's the two models. So it's not that. That's weird. Huh. What's this? Cockero, there we go. No such file or directory. Cockero tts init.py. What? What? You what? That's a bit strange. So if I go into Cockero tts, it's empty. What the hell? Have they screwed me over? There's nothing in it, mate. What? Hang on. Let's just restart it again. Something screwy is happening here. Let's close that one. Fetch Comfy registry data. Is it like failing to get my... What the hell's going on? All you had to do was get it from Comfy. I mean, GitHub. I think it's not doing it. Import failed. Well, I think it's not so much the import failed, it's more that the folder's empty. What have they done? Have they screwed me over? You know, when I published my models, they just didn't... Okay, well, do you know what? We can do this ourselves. Right, there it is. Cockero TTS. Come back here. Delete the folder. Just delete the folder in shame. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Git clone. Like that. And then inside of it, there's a batch file. Install portable, right? Which it should have run. Or it should have done the requirements because they're there. So, clearly it didn't do it. Yeah. Thank you, Charles and Devo. You're not wrong. I think it might be automatically selected if the author never actually did a release using registry, because I've been trying to do the registry lately. Because, I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like lately the Comfy Manager hasn't been giving people my latest version. How have you screwed up Numpy already? Look. He's screwing up. Numpy's broken already. Good game. Good game, guys. Good game. Yep. There's not really much I can do. I think I could probably git clone the XTTS nodes as well. tempted just to start that while it's doing it, but what's that? Pitman numpy equals 1.2.6 and avoid installing Kokoro ONX over it. The install bat will uninstall numpy, will it? Oh no. Well, I didn't have any problems before. The problems I had came in when I did a completely different workflow, but I'll keep that in mind, alright? Whoops. Right, so we want to do this one as well while we're at it. May as well just do it from the folder, I guess. Oh no, I opened Copilot. No, go home, Copilot. Nobody likes you. Alright, hang on. Is it this one? No. No. Wait, yeah. Okay, from here. I'm just going to do the install manually and, you know, fix the problems as they arise. Git clone, go. I just want to check the 2 latest things I've done. Do they work? Because if they do, I'd like to push them and update the projects. Pip check will tell you if there was a problem. So are you saying that Pitman needs a new feature? I think that's what you're saying. I think you're saying that Pitman needs a pip check. I think that's what you're saying. Is that what you guys heard? I don't know. That's what I heard. Let me see. Looks like it's time for Pitman V5. Say it again. Have we done enough here? It's probably not working yet, actually. Pip check will tell you if there's a problem. Pitman needs check. Yes. Does it have pip show? Ooh, you're giving me even more ideas. Right, let's shut this for a minute so we can do what we're talking about here, because this is an interesting little thread we've grabbed onto. So what are we going to do? We're going to open folder or pick DJZ nodes. Can't pick it. Well, I'll just do it manually. You may as well just do it manually. It's now, well, yeah, let's use the new one. Here we go. Now, in my repo somewhere, oh, we have a Pitman. Okay. Prompt time. I have a batch file based tool named Pitman. Okay. And then I'll at the file, right? I need to add more menu options that will allow me to use other pip commands and features. Okay. I need to add, wait for it, haha, pip check and pip show. I think I might already have pip show, actually. Let me just double check here. I think pip show is, oh, don't tell me it's not here. Maybe it's in the Gradio version but not in the original, because, like, you know, you can't see. Yeah, there should be a list of packages. So, oh no, wait, look, there it is. Package to check is pip show. So we've got, yeah, we do have pip show. We do have pip show. We've already got pip show. It's just pip check, which I didn't have. So need to add more menu and add another menu option. Will allow me to use other pip command. Will allow me to use, I'm just going to say pip check. There is pip list as well. Alright, I need to add other menu options. Pip check, pip list. Pip list is a good one. We should be able to see all of them. Yeah. Pip check and pip list as new menu options. Okay, so it'll be, put some full stops in there, give the AI a break. Okay, and it's actually called Pitman V4, and I'll say 1, read Pitman V4, right, 2, create Pitman V5 .bat. And look, before you laugh, yeah, because it is funny, 2025 and I'm writing batch files, but what I'm trying to say is like with a menu interface and stuff, this converts so easily into Gradio once you have all the little bits working. You could do this with a bash script, you could do this on Linux, it's the same thing. You could do this with Python, which is just a little bit more complicated and you've got more options, but hey, you know, it's just a simple little fun tool we're making here. It's got other features as well, which I'm not really showing, like how the first time you run it, it will save the path to your Python, which is how, you know, the one that you want to work with, and then it doesn't do that again. So this is just a very quick, like, it's supposed to be like a fingertip style menu. Right, anyway. Check. See, check versions, check packages option using pip check. Was there anything else that we have to type when you use pip check? I forget. Did you actually have to type the name of the packages or anything like that? I actually forget. Because I did it earlier. You gave me some command, and I'm sure I just copied it straight in. Did it come out of Discord? I think it did. I think it did. I've got no clue. I don't know. Right, okay, so I don't know. But yeah, basically using pip check, whatever. Figure it out, AI. I've got a better way of doing this. Create pitman v5.bat, which is identical to pitman v4, adding the new check packages option. Right, better. Add the new check packages option using pip check. Add the new list packages. We don't have that. List packages option. Boom, 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 boom. Use it, use on. Excellent, excellent. I'm just going to say validate and see what he comes up with. I kind of enjoy the validation game right now. It's kind of like the thing I'm screwing around with, I guess you could say. Okay, so first thing, I have a batch tool file named this. And we will, in fact, let's put the proper, in fact, let's just not even do that. Let's just do at Pitman v4. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Whoops. Yeah, it doesn't like the full stop. I need to add other menu options that will allow me to use pip check and pip list. I swear I just doubled up there. I swear I've just doubled up there, haven't I? Yeah. There. Yeah. Okay. Gremlin feeding, that's what we're doing tonight. So do we have a Comfy running yet, or is it still like a dream? I don't know. Seems to be working. Maybe. So where is it then? Still doesn't work. Okay, that's okay. We haven't installed that yet. Oh wow, look at this. New options. Run Python path pip track, Python path pip. Okay. Sounds good to me. It's a good plan. It's a good plan. Right. Hold it together. Refresh. Still no installation. No solution. No solution. I could have sworn I did it manually. Install requirements.txt. Requirements.txt is just Cockero, that's all it is. It should be super fast to restart. Should be. I mean, there's barely anything in it. Your log will tell us. Scroll up. But it says import failed. But I don't remember if I'd rebooted it since installing the script yet. Oh, hello, 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 hello. Look, there it is. Cockero ONX requires that NumPy be higher higher than 2.02. It's NumPy again. Now I had NumPy at 2.02 and it was fine. So this looks like a job for Pitman. Is it written yet? Type Pitman. Alright, let's do it. Ah, crap. Did he break it? Wait. Is the job finished, is it? Is that all we do? Alright, fine. I'll do it myself. So, anyway... Pitman v5 exists. So obviously, because it's the first time we've run it, it wants the link to where my Python is, which is this folder here. There we go. Right, so now it's pathed So check packages. There it is. Very nice. Okay. Let's go. I'm going to break it again. I love this. Yes. Yes. Just break it. I don't even know why I had Gradio. Please confirm that the Comfy manager didn't delete the content of your custom node again. Alright, let me find out. So you look at this. Number requires numpy 2.2 less than but more than. But you have... Wait, what? It didn't install the version I asked for. It's still using 2.2.2. Oh, no, it's not. It's gotten rid of it. Okay, fine. Now I've got 2.0.2. Okay, so then we go check packages again. No broken requirements found. Okay, so now we'll exit this guy and do a restart, basically, again. It's weird, it's not opening a new, you know, it used to open a new tab every time you open it. It's not doing that at the moment, which is different. But yeah, we've almost squashed the Gremlins by effectively building a new house. It's nearly coffee time as well, which is nice. Are we still starting up? Yeah, we're still starting up. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, that's right. You were like, has it deleted my folders again? Let's find out. So if I go into Kokoro, we've still got everything. If I go into XTTX, we've still got everything. Nodes, we've still got everything. Still got it. I think we're good. I think we're good. It's not very fast though, is it? Considering it's a brand new install with almost nothing in it. It makes me wonder if part of the slowdown is the sheer amount of models. Is it like indexing the models when it starts up or something? We're importing all of our nodes now, by the way. So now we can test them. Just got to wait for this thing to start up. I don't know. So it's a fresh install, except I copied all the models across. It's a lot. Can you get an estimate? It's 500 gigabytes. So I think it might be that what I do is I start moving towards a system where I've got like a Comfy, which is for Flux, and then I've got another Comfy install, which is for HunYuan Video. And so that way you don't need to have all the custom nodes and all the models in every, you know, in a single install. I think it's actually probably better to have, so say I want it, because all it is close the batch file, go to a different folder, open that batch file, and now you're in HunYuan mode. I don't know, that might be a way to do it, but there's got to be some way of managing it, because it's like, you know, it's a pretty big stack. Anyway, just something I've been thinking about. Like, there's no point mixing Flux and 1.5 in the same. I don't mean the model. The model isn't the problem. It's everything else. Yeah, all the control nets, all the, you know, animated diff, IP adapters. It all adds up, and before you know it, you've got just a huge stack. Look at this thing. You're supposed to be a fresh install, mush. All startup tasks have been completed. Except for opening the program, I guess. Devo says, coffee time? I thought you were from the UK. If you mean drinking tea, no, I drink coffee and water. Or water and coffee, it depends how much there is. In a UK, 6 o'clock, it's yogurt time, yet he has coffee. I've got yogurt. I already drank it. It's already drank it, mate. It's all gone. It's already gone. Drink yogurt and coffee at the same time. No, I'm not that bad. Man, it's taken a while. Oh my God, we're here again. I knew it. Da-da-da-da. Boff. Here we go again. Is this Sage Attention 2 Electric Boogaloo? It could be. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. Because I know it works now. Wait, it's running? It says it's running. I think I'm just confused by this stuff. Yeah, I'm just confused. It's been running the whole time. Honk, honk. Right. So let's check the new voices, shall we? I'm going to say something cool, like fetch Comfy registry data. Right, and we're going to use one of these new voices, which is why I'm here testing this. Do 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 do. Wait, where are they? Where's them new voices? Huh? Oh, crap! Right. These are freshly downloaded, aren't they? Yeah. These are freshly downloaded, so what I need to do... Everything is like extra steps, right? So if I go back to the old custom nodes where I was previously developing, and go into Kokoro, DTS, we actually have the 3 files that I need. Okay. And then we'll come into the new one. Go to Kokoro TTS. Replace all of them. Okay. And then this time not be a melon and realise that it just is restarted. I bet it is really fast and I just didn't even notice it had finished. Yeah, look, it's already finished. 6 seconds. For some reason it's doing this weird stuff after that though, which is making me think it's not finished. And I just didn't read this bit. Anyway. And it's not opening a new tab either, which is, you know what I mean? It makes me think, oh, is this actually the new one? I don't know. Anyway. So we should have new names now. Yep, we do. There they are. EF Dora, EM Alex, EM Santa, and HF Alpha, HF Beta, HM Omega, and HM Psi. So those are the Indian, and these ones are the Spanish. So we'll go with EF Dora. And hopefully it works. Don't ask me what this error means, I've got no clue. It's always said that, or an even higher number, 300%. So I'm not really sure what that's about. I'd have to read up and find out. Or maybe someone else can tell me. Okay, so first run was 28 seconds, and remember this is running on CPU. And it was a cold start.
Fetch Comfy registry data. Fetch Comfy registry data.
It's pretty good. You could use that for like video game sound effects or something, for like, you know, computer in a game or something.
Fetch Comfy registry data.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so what's next then? So that one works. That's great. So let's try EF Dora versus Nicole this time. So obviously after we've got the cold start out of the way, look, it's loaded in memory. Now it takes significantly less time. So we're doing a blend of Dora and Nicole.
Fetch Comfy registry data. Fetch Comfy registry data.
And then we got a blend of the two. Okay, so then we're going to do the last one. It's going to be, again, it's going to be Dora and Nicole. And I will do point 2, and I will say point 3, which is, I believe, closer to Dora. We got the slurp.
Fetch Comfy registry data. Fetch Comfy registry data.
So it sounded a lot more faithful to Dora, but you could hear some influence of Nicole. And now if we go to point 7.
Fetch Comfy registry data.
Now it's got a lot more Nicole, but you can still hear Dora. But interestingly, with Slurp, you tend to get a better match.
Fetch Comfy registry
Wait a minute.
data.
I've got to do it again. So remember, this one is 50-50, this one is 50-50, but this one uses weighted sum. Ah, crap. Yeah, so
Fetch Comfy registry data. Fetch Comfy registry data.
this actually sounds more natural at 50%. So, do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's hard for it to hear, but...
Fetch Comfy registry data.
And...
Fetch Comfy registry data.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck that in general so everybody can have a little listen to that one. So if I just go download... Okay, and I'll say... Comfy... Kokoro... V3 node... No, wait, V2 node. So this is... blend by weighted sum. I spelt weighted wrong. Blend by weighted sum, and then we'll get the other one. Okay, and then Comfy Kokoro V3 blend by slurp at 0.5. Alright, so it's basically this, you know. So then you can compare the two, right? Because like I say, it's a bit difficult to really explain until you hear the difference, but I think that the slurp is much more natural at 0.5 compared to what you'd normally get from a blend with Kokoro. So anyway, we got the new voices. Okay, and do you know what's fun actually? Someone showed me this. So, say I've got Dora and Nicole, but what about if I picked Santa? Okay, so we're at 50%. Okay.
Fetch Comfy registry data.
So Santa's a dude, right?
Fetch Comfy registry data.
So obviously, if I tip it back towards Nicole, it'll have a bit of roughness to it, but it won't be...
Fetch Comfy registry data.
So you can invent new voices like this by using the slurp anyway. There it is! So that's the Kokoro TTS update. And obviously, Comfy's working again. Hooray. Obviously, it'll take a while for me to install all the different... You know, there was like 100 different custom nodes. So let's say it takes 2 minutes to install a custom node, you know, like... Git clone it, install the requirements, open Comfy, see its work. If I did that, just that, the next hour would just be that. So we're probably not going to do that on the stream, guys. I'm probably going to do that off stream in my own time. But certainly we're going to do some things. So the next thing I want to check out is because I've got a new node which is untested. These were all just, I was adding new voices that weren't in the originals, okay? You could say missing voices, but they weren't documented in any of the readmes that I was looking at on the code release where I got the project from. So I didn't even know these voices exist, but they're in there now. Okay. No need to update the example because it hasn't changed. So that means we can move on. Right, where is folder? And what I need is the XTTS. Here we go. Oh no! It doesn't exist. It's probably because I haven't done the installation yet. It's fine. Right. So this is the old thing. So I bet that hasn't actually been updated yet. So let's just copy that. So I'm basically copying the new node which I've been developing recently into the new Comfy, because I've downloaded the project, but I didn't actually have the v2 in that project. So I've had to, this has come from GitHub Fresh, which is what everyone else has. So obviously I had stuff I was working on my local. So let's just run. No, run it. Don't rename it. Do you think it's funny how whenever you want to rename a file, it won't let you? You'll like click it, click it, click it, click it, click it, and you end up having to like do it with rename here or some other place, right? Or hitting F2 on the keyboard is what I usually go for, right? But then sometimes when you're trying to run the program, it's constantly trying to rename it. It's just diabolical stuff. So Electrolab says V3 is really good, Slurp is really good. Yeah, this is why I wanted to make my own, because it's like I didn't want to just, because I had this idea. I looked at how Kokoro TTS was doing the voices, and I was like, they're just numpy shapes. And when I looked at how they did the blend, it looked like the checkpoint weighted sum, right? So I think there's actually even more ways to blend the, because we might be able to do like a fake cubic Hermite graph merge, right? And there's about 20 different graphs like that. So, it doesn't necessarily end with Slurp, right? It might be that you can do reverse Hermite and all kinds of stuff. So I don't, I'm not trying to, it's always like further down the line, do you know what I mean? I never try to get too deep in the weeds. I try to keep on going from project to project. But the options are there if people have the time and the inclination that they want to fork my stuff. Go ahead, fork it, chuck it in a GPT and ask for what you want. Okay, look at this. Failed to remove contents of tokenizers. I can't believe it. We've already got trash. Right, let's just come back up here. And obviously that means that there's going to be an update for the Kokoro nodes today to get those new languages that were missing chucked in. So back again. No. Okenizers. Okenizers can go apparently. I'll wait. Okenizers. My Okenizers, Ransformers and Umpy. Rumpy, Umpy and Umpy. Oh my god. There is a pip list that's similar to pip freeze. Interesting. Just looking back. Devo asks, or says first actually, yes, that's correct. It's right after the don't feed the gremlins. And then, yes, that is correct. Right after... Wait, well, in your experience, how expensive is O3 Mini API? It's actually pretty cheap, but it's $5 per million. It's $5 per million output tokens. But I find it's actually more input tokens than output tokens by a significant amount. I don't know how that works, but it just seems to be the way it goes. Probably because of the way I use it. I'm submitting a lot of code. But I've been putting it through the ringer, and there's not much that it can't do. If I'm being real, O3 Mini seems to be a better all-rounder, even though I still think Claude beats it in a lot of places. O3 Mini's cheaper and able to do more things, even though it's not maybe as good in some areas. But I don't know how long that's going to be true for, guys, because let's be honest, there's better models than O3 Mini. They keep releasing new models all the time. God knows what they're red teaming right now. Okay, this is done. So now we can restart. Again. Right, let's just move this down the bottom where it actually is supposed to live, so we can see it at all times. Okay. Get rid of the timer. No more panicking about that. Coffee time. Indeed, it's 9 o'clock. That means it is definitely coffee time for me. Fernicar says, EF Dora the Exploradora. Electrolab. Fedora is a type of hat. Yes, it is. And then I'm working on a node to borrow the nature of one audio and set it to another audio. Maybe you can hint at a good strategy. It's not a mix of O and X, just audio with speech. We shall see. And then Electrolab is testing Gemini 2, says Fernicar. Nice. Gemini 2 does look interesting. Maybe I'll get an API key soon. We're sort of refocusing. Do you know what's really funny? On the channel, I've been hammering on about LLMs for like a year. And they were the most low-interest content I ever did. And now suddenly everyone wants to know. It's kind of fun. Look back in my channel. Look at my old videos. You'll find me going on about LLMs. There's probably a playlist that's got them all easy to find, you know. I've got loads of tips and tricks hidden in there. You know, just like foundational basics that'll take you, you know, to different places. Have we actually restarted or what? This is really bizarre to me. It's not opening. This new version that I've got doesn't open new tabs when it's finished. When it's finished restarting. And it's quite jarring for me. I'm not used to this. I'm used to it opening new tabs like no tomorrow. Right then. Bonjour. So we got to put it on French. Go. Let's see if it works. Electrolab says it's free for now. And then Fernicar says, yes, DJZ, you were right. What was I right about? I don't even know what I'm right about.
Bonjour. Ceci est un test du système de synthèse vocale XTTS.
To open new tab, add argument, auto launch. Right.
Bonjour. Ceci est un test du système de synthèse vocale XTTS.
Okay, that's actually sick. So XTTS V2. I don't see it. Oh, you know why I don't see it? It's because I'm stupid. Hang on a sec. So we fixed our Pitman. That's going to be important later. So if I just go close folder. And we open another folder, and this time it's going to be... like I said, I'm resolute now. I'm just going to pick it manually every time. It's so much easier than hoping it's going to be in the right place, because it never is. Here we go. XT... No, not Gradio. That moment you realise you were in the right place, actually. Go back. Go back. There we go. Go in here, go in here, go in here, go in here, and then in here. Finally. Uh-oh. My heater better not be bailing on me. I'll die. Hang on. I need that. There we go. Lovely having it on a remote, I tell you. Right, okay, there we go. So, doodly-doo. We've opened this up. So, what do you think it might be? Why do you think perhaps the newly added thing... Oh, yeah, because we just copied this in. Other than that, it's a perfect download of the latest release. Which means it's not on the internet. Simple. Simple. Wait, what? Hang on. Yeah, make the second one for me. Did you see that? So I pressed copy on that, pasted it, and was about to edit it. And then it was like, oh, do you want to add the V2? And I'm like, yeah, actually I do. With tab. So Copilot did something useful for a change, but I had to actually have all the code in my copy buffer, and it's kind of weird. Autofill coding is kind of weird. I'm not sure if it ever really... Did it catch on? Did it catch... I'm guessing it did. But it's still weird to me. Anyway, DJZXTS. So there it is. Save it. That's all we needed to do. It doesn't have any new dependencies or anything like that. So that means, you guessed it, it's time to restart. And then we can see if it's possible to use the cloning. You know, as to how good it is, I've seen better. The problem is that the better cloning voice models tend to be somewhere in the region of 10 gigabytes. So you're not going to be able to run that and generate video and all this other stuff. So it's a little limiting. And also, it does take time as well. Sometimes it's not like instant, right? And also, a lot of people only release Docker containers. So they're not actually releasing the code to build it yourself. They're releasing you a pre-built Docker container, which is nice. That's nice of them. So there's been a couple of new ones like that recently. So I think we're going to start dabbling with a little bit of Dockerization soon. I just tried to resist that stuff because I know that some people won't have the virtualization on their machines to be able to run the Dockerized stuff. So, you know, I like for as many people to be able to be involved. You know, this is kind of why I'm still using Comfy Portable. Right. Now we have the V2. Ah, crap. Use GPU as somehow an input. That's not right. And speaker audio. I mean, I'm just going to guess that. I'm just going to guess that this isn't going to be something I can actually. And there's no audio files either because everything's empty. It's like a completely fresh ComfyUI. Let's go 2030 cars. No, in fact, wait, I've got a long one. DJZ sample. Now. Oh! Well, at least I can hook that up. I'm not really sure how I can do a true false. I mean, look, maybe I'll put... No, you can't put a primitive into it. What about string literal? Oh, I don't even have string literal. I'm missing all of my cool nodes. No, none of those do anything. Okay, bugger. Convert widget to input. No, you can't. You can't do it the other way around. It's that one. That's the problem right there. There's nothing you can do about that. So I'm just going to have to rewrite it. This should be a true false, not an input. Other than that, it's looking okay. It's looking good. So back to the drawing board, unfortunately. Close. Yeah, you can't turn it. It doesn't work the other way around, unfortunately, but that's okay because we have the project. So all we have to do is just open this up and have a little bit of a conversation with our chef. Oi! Oh shit, not Cody. Here we go. Excuse me, Mr. Klein. So I'm just going to do this simply. So at DJZV2 currently uses an input for the use underscore GPU. This should be a drop down list with choices true and false, capital letter. Okay, and I think that's really all I need to say. It let me put audio into it, so we'll deal with the next bug, right? So yeah. Use bool logic node. Yeah, I don't think I have it yet. Yeah, no cheating. AI has to figure it out. Exactly, yeah. It should be a Boolean. No, you are correct. It is a Boolean, Electrolab. You're not wrong. It's just that, see, yeah, bool. You're not wrong, but I can't. It's like, hands off, hands off. I'm doing this purely through silver-tongued, you know, conversation alone. That's all. Update has been changed. Okay, let's act. Let's act. It has been updated. So let's just have a look and see what it's done. Use GPU look. And now we're doing it correctly. True, false, default, false. See, before it was trying to define it as like a string or a choice or some other random thing. Okay. All right. This is looking encouraging. So that is definitely... I pushed it out. I pushed it out another 15 minutes, but that's it. That's coffee time. And yeah, we need to update Kokoro TTS nodes. And if we're lucky, in a minute, we'll be updating these two. It's the house that AI built. What's going on? Makes this button thing. When I say make a button, it doesn't know how. Discovered if you say make Boolean, Claude will make this button thingy in the node. Interesting, interesting. We'll have a look and find out. I've been trying to get it to make a button for a while. I know there's a way to do it, but I couldn't find any examples. I think they're rare. Like a button where you can change things and then click update and it'll update, you know? It'll like change the number of inputs and stuff like that. That's what I was looking for anyway, I don't know. I think that kind of thing is cool. Also, I think I might have to try and fix my, because it's funny, I kept on saying, oh, use Ryan on the Inside's audio combine node because it's better than mine, and then it broke and mine works. So I think what I might do is actually try to fix mine with that padding thing that you found, Electrolab. But yeah, it is coffee mode, ladies and gents. Coffee mode. Ah, yeah. You are listening to the dulcet tones of John Scent, and you can find it all on Spotify. I got 2 new albums coming out probably in about a week's time. I just haven't got round to mastering them. I've been too busy. I'm glad I get my evenings to myself though, because I've been working all day on all kinds of craziness. It's partly why I don't have time to do stuff in a day. I'm working. on this, or on other stuff, but not stuff I can talk about. Work. Right. So we've done the restart apparently, but it didn't. It's so weird how it doesn't reload the site. Rebuild the node. Yeah! There it is. True or false? We're going to say false. English. Hello world. DJZ sample. Yes. Yep, that works. Okay, right. Cool. Let's just do that. Oh no! Unsupported operand for int and uh-oh. Oh boy. This isn't looking good. Hang on. So let's see. We get it from got_prompt. You can tell me what you think is wrong here, matey boy. Okay. When we run the node with the voice cloner, v2, received the following error. Let's see what he's got to say about it. He's got to figure it out. I wonder if there's anything obvious here. Not really. I mean, maybe... Am I Mushroom Fleet on GitHub? Yes, I am. That is me and I am him. I am also Mushroom Fleet on X, Instagram, and many other places. Just to answer you, Devo, thanks for sticking around as well. I hadn't seen your name before. I don't know if you're new or if you just didn't type much before, but yeah, ask away any questions you have, mate. So let me see this. Errors occurring about speaker audio input. Specs a tuple. It's a numerical sample. Error indicates sample is coming as a string. Well, that's no good. He's a lurker. That's all right. The world needs lurkers. I think only 10% of the audience usually actually speaks, so the guys around here are unusually interactive. Does that make sense? Engaged? I don't know. Like I said, it's weird. I try to do a sort of semi-show, semi-tutorial sort of live show every day. So it's kind of like free. I guess it's like free, like a free course of a kind. You can definitely pick up a lot of tips anyway. Because I'm always learning stuff and I don't keep secrets. If I learn something cool, I'm just going to share it with everybody. That's what I've been doing ever since day one. Updated. Has now done blah-de-doo-de-doo. Cool. So let's get to our next error. It feels like I'm like an error collector. You know? I'm just an error collector. I just wait. And here's the other thing as well. I'm actually being... Right. If I was able to launch Comfy from the command line in here, when the error happens, it could just pick it up and fix the node again. But I don't want to use that level of automation with something like this, because God knows what it might try and do. It might try and like actually rewrite Comfy if you're not careful. I think I'm actually live. This whole thing that happens here is so weird. Okay, so I gotta refresh it nowadays, yeah. Okay, and then we'll try it again. What is the next error? Next error is different. Error processing speaker audio. Invalid literal. Wow. Go to there. Copy. Get back in here. Listen here, chuffer. You scammed me with broken code again. When we run the node v2, we receive the following error. Ooh. Invalid literal int with base 10 waveform. Yeah, is there anything in particular on GitHub you want to ask about? Because, you know, you've got me right here. if you do. If not, I'm not trying to put a spotlight on you. Error indicates sample rate extracted has value waveform. Suggest input isn't in a tuple. Okay. Add a check after unpacking. Specifically verify if it's numerical value. If it's not, we attempt to convert. Okay. How is this handled in the V1 node? Don't ask me. Look at how you did it last time. If he comes back and explains to me exactly how it's done in the V1 node, I'll just say, do that in the V2. Here we go. V1 node expects speaker audio to be provided as a tuple where the first element, sample rate, is already a numeric value, for example an integer, and does not perform an additional conversion with int. Essentially, V1 assumes data is the correct format, simply uses the sample rate value directly when computing duration, something like len SP audio divided by SR. There isn't an extra safeguard to convert SR from string, because the UI or caller for V1 is expected to supply a properly typed numeric sample rate. In contrast, V2 was designed to add robustness by converting SR using int, but here we see that the input isn't coming in as a numeric value. Instead, it might be mixed up with another label, like waveform, which suggests that the structure or naming of tuple isn't what we expect. This indicates that either the format of the speaker audio input in V2 is different, or the upstream in the V2 workflow is being provided in an unexpected format. We need to investigate and ensure that V2 receives the correctly structured tuple, numeric sample rate and corresponding audio array, or handle cases where the data is not as expected. How would you like to proceed? Should we add safeguards to detect and handle invalid speaker inputs in V2? Or would you prefer to properly investigate why it's different from V1? Well, we are cloning audio, so it's going to be different. So I think we should do the first one. That's what he wanted to do anyway. Verify speaker audio as a tuple and attempt to convert it. Raise an error saying it's invalid. Check second element is an appropriate type. So, Do you know, I wonder if my file is in WAV format. Alright, just get on with it. I was just sat there going, I wonder if I was using an MP3 which is compressed and that's bad, and what I should be using is a mono WAV, and I think I just used a stereo WAV, which isn't perfect, but it's definitely better than using compression or a compressed format. Fernicar says, you asked to debug since we have no solution yet. Yeah, it's true. Debug's not a bad idea though, because it could give me some more helpful feedback in the comments which could help us claw out of this. Yeah, more robust handling. Great. So get ready for the next error. Oh no, my Panavision lens. Not my Panavision lens, that's my favourite lens. Alright, and go. Ah! Ha! You got me. You got me! Right, okay, so, yeah. Shot to the heart. Still got problems. But we're gonna purge this now. Just do another one. So when we use V2, we receive the following error. going to be brutal. Let him figure it out. However, while we're letting him spin his wheels, I might just start from scratch, by the way, on this one. So it's not so much of a big deal. We've done 2 releases today already, so I think it's time for a third. If I go to my leader somewhere, see, this is, do you know what? This is a great example, right? Everything I click on isn't what I want, so I may as well just, you know, just go there myself every time. Right, so we've updated XTTS Gradio today, haven't we? Yeah, because we added the voice cloning in the Gradio. We've updated Speak to Me because it had Kokoro TTS. And we updated... Did we update Kokoro Radio? Huh. I mean, I think I did, but I'm not sure if I tested it. So we might have to go and have a look at that. But certainly Speak to Me is done. XTTX has the cloning. I'm working on the cloning for this one right now. This one has got the new voices, so we're going to update those. Okay, so that's the Indian, the missing Indian and Spanish voices. The Spanish voices are really good. I was looking for good Spanish voices, so I'm so happy to have solved that. I think Fernicar pointed me in the right direction for that. Okay, we'll just forget what this is right now. It's so derailing sometimes. It can be so derailing. Right, so here we go. XTTS, let's go to Kokoro TTS, and it's all 3. Nice and simple, that one. So they're done. What the hell's this? Oh! Look at this! Wait a minute. That was just the last error. That's just the last error. I'm like, look at this! It's like, no, you've already worked on it. Calm down. You've already... Oh no! Why do I get the feeling you don't know how to fix it, my guy? I think he doesn't know how to fix it. Oh! That's because he hasn't done anything yet. How are you providing speaker audio input? Are you passing a file path or a tuple? Ha 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 ha! You fool! The speaker audio input is an uploaded or recorded audio file what was it? Likely in .wav format, but MP3 also is accepted, I believe. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say in WAV format script. Okay, and then number 2, would you like the code to be modified so that if a file path is provided, i.e. a string referring to a WAV file, it attempts to read the file and extract the audio instead of forcing it to be a tuple?
You're listening to FightBelowFive.uk radio. I put this together with all the tracks I've built over the last few weeks.
Good point. Good question.
Check them all out on my SoundCloud and on Bandcamp.
Because it's not a tuple, I can tell you that, right? Well, actually, wait, is an audio file a tuple? It might be a sample rate inside there with... It might be a sample rate and an audio array. It might be. I don't think it is. He's trying to blow my mind now. You're trying to blow my mind, man. It does not... So speaker audio input does not match the expected format, tuple of sample rate audio array. What are you talking about? In the code, it's expected to be a WAV file. Generate cloned speech. So speaker audio is just audio input. Use GPU, process speaker input. expected speaker audio to be a tuple. Well, he should be converting it into one. Read the file. The file path is provided. I'm just going to say yes. That's like, people ask me, why is my GitHub status yes? Now you know. Polish my plans, make them better. You can't wait to see my ass converter, can you guys? That's right. We're going to have editable ass for a new Gradio project I'm working on. FX Node, welcome to the stream. Breaking ComfyUI is super annoying. I just wanted to do a new thing and now nothing works. I agree. We've probably spent a good hour of the stream tonight just reinstalling Comfy. So I feel you. Electrolab says, what was the thing? FX Node says, a lip sync thing. I moved the models and custom nodes, new install, run updates, puppet, pip install, fix stuff, works now. Well done, mate. Congratulations. It's always great to see people get themselves out of a ditch. Fernicar, before saying yes, you forgot to pass the error log, which let it know the exceptions. Yeah, it's true. You are right. It's probably broken it, by the way, but I'm not really bothered. If it doesn't work, I'll just delete it and generate another one tomorrow. See, this is the beauty, right? This is the beauty. I was saying this to a friend last night, right? Up until now, software development has been start off with a plan, draw out the skeleton, build it up, right? And then you develop it, debug it, add features, feature creep if you're not careful, right? But now you can one-shot the app. People might not like that, but you can. So we now live in a post one-shot app world, right? Generating the app, I mean, okay? So in just the same way with video, music, audio, even text, doesn't matter what it is, it's the bad seed motto. Yep, you got it, Fernicar. The bad seed. So if you generate an image and it's bad, you don't go in there and try to like outpaint or inpaint or whatever the details to get it perfect. You don't do that. You generate 10 more. Curation, right? So if we can now generate software in a short amount of time, it's quicker to generate a small program than it is to generate an image in some cases, okay? So at that point, we need to get out of this idea that once you've started software, it's set in stone. If you hand wrote it, yes, because that's different. But if you just generated the software into existence like we are, there's an argument that says it's a waste of time trying to debug generated software. You generated it. It's quicker to just generate it again. It might be that it was a bad seed. It might be that your prompt wasn't really good enough. You know, you might be able to use better wording. Like I showed everybody the other day, this was huge. Let me just see if I can find this on here, because this was huge, and I'd love to be able to share it with all of you people who are still hanging out with us. So, here it is. And it's all about the wording. Where are we? Is it this one? No, this is something else. This is something else. Hang on. App.py, speak to me, whisper Laura. Windows Gia, no. Do not need to do it. Speak to me, pipeline, I get an error. Publish my thing on GitHub. Is it this one? I get the feeling I'd already fixed it before this. Yeah, I'd already fixed it. Damn. It was mirror. I remember I used like this wording which was like mirror. Mirror the code. It must have been around here somewhere. Is this it? Yeah, it took me ages to get this, and it was I had to mirror. Look, because look, see here, we're doing all this stuff, right? Bringing the contents of 3 separate Gradios into one. That was what Speak to Me was. I don't know why I can't find it now, but there was some wording somewhere which was like it mirrored the code rather than extracting or including or whatever you want to call it, and it was just a much better way of doing reproducible template based coding or development or whatever. And he does, like I said, he is sort of self-aligns, which is super cool. But anyway, let's see if this thing's busted, shall we? Has it actually restarted it? No. I do believe that he has done another version now. We got the following error. String now supports file paths and tuples. See, he might be doing stuff that's going beyond what we actually need him to do. So let's give it a restart and find out. Yes, thank you, Apollonia. Mirror the logic. That's what it was. Mirror the logic. Because it's all about powerful words. If you show him code examples and say, create me a new script like my script that mirrors the logic of the code snippet, it'll just work. It'll just work. Sure, there might be a few problems, like my GPU menu was an input for some reason. But apart from that, you're good to go. So it opens up doors if you want to like try and experiment with making stuff yourself. Still, expect to speak to see. I think that I need to start again with this. I think it's okay to do 3 out of 4. Do you know what I mean? Technically there were 3 nodes, so we've updated 2 Gradios and 3 custom nodes. So if I get the 4th custom node needs a bit more work, we've done good. I think I've done I think that's acceptable. There is one thing left though, and that is the Gradio that time forgot. So let's just get set up into that. I'm pretty much just going to put this node on ice, because what I might do is I might just regenerate it from scratch. Remember, new seed, new code, less problems. But I won't bother you with that because I want to show you Kokoro Gradio. Where is it? Kokoro Gradio, where is it? It's probably in my tools dev. See, I gotta delete all of these out. I got so many projects. Look, literally. So my tools was supposed to be just the live copy of all of the stuff on my GitHub, and it quickly blew up into, yeah, that's just not going to be useful. I was going to try and give you a count, because there's folders and folders with folders and folders with projects and projects, thousands of folders. It's gotten out of control, guys. If I'm being completely honest, it's just gotten out of control. So I think, I mean, look, that was literally a couple of hours ago, so it must be in this. Yeah, it's this one. So what we're doing is we're just checking that the voices are up to date here too. Oh wait, this is XTTS. I need Kokoro. It's funny, too many different things that are all the same. Oh wait, more. Stop it, more. Kokoro Gladio, can't find it. Alright, fine. See, you just got to do it manually. There's too many projects to use shortcuts. Staring at an ocean of data. Okay, here we go. I think it's in here somewhere. Kokoro Gradio, Kokoro. Is that it? I don't know if that's it. I mean, I think it's in there. Let's have a look. Ah, yeah, there it is. Kokoro Gradio. Thank God. Okay, cool. So, let's open him up. What's it got? China, Japan, Italy, France, Britain. Yeah, so it's missing them. Okay. It's missing them. So if I go to... I think this one's in the same format. I think this one's literally in the same format. Yeah. So what we can do is we can just copy this entire block. Like that. There we go. The benefit of it all being the same code, I guess. There should be 2 spots to change the voices, unless there's only one. Yeah, there's only one menu. Okay. Alright. Save that. So let's test this. Do you know what? I'm just going to run it from here because I can't. I'm done with navigating around these folders, man. It's driving me nuts. What I need to do is I need to just spend an entire day distilling my own data into different folders. You know what I mean? Okay. No need to update any. No need to update any dependencies. It's just new features. See, one thing that annoyed me was I couldn't figure out how to get the Gradio. Well, I say I couldn't figure it out. ChatGPT couldn't figure it out either. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting him to do it all, right? That's the whole goal. But basically, it's like, yeah, anyway. Like, so I've got it working in a Comfy node, my slurp function, but I can't get the slurp function to work in Gradio. I was breaking things, guys. I'll figure it out. Just don't give up. Just keep rolling. Keep rolling the dice. Such an abstract way of coding, it really is. Right, refresh. That's suspicious. Suspicious. Oh yeah, that's right, because we're actually doing it in a 127. We're doing it in here. Okay, so text. Welcome to Disneyland. Okay. And we're going to go with one of the new voices, which will be... Don't tell me the new voices aren't there. There we go. Spanish. First run is cold start. It's usually quite long. Oh, broken. It's broken. So... language must be either ENUS, ENGB, FRFR, IT, JAT, or CMN, got EF. That's weird. Create lang in supported languages. That's weird. But it works for the Comfy node. Isn't that strange? FX Node asked, do you ever try other LLMs for code? Claude, Copilot, DeepSeek. If you go back, we have over 200 hours of us doing this live, all filmed since Christmas. Just check the live streams. I'm always using Claude. I'm always using other LLMs. If you go back in the channel history, you'll see me using Copilot, Gemini, ChatGPT, all of that. I've been very much a fan of Claude for months and months and months, right? When DeepSeek came out, we did a lot with DeepSeek. Like I said, I've got Olama, like I do a lot with Olama. One of the big things that we showed off tonight actually was Speak to Me, which is my latest project. It runs in Gradio, it runs using all local, and it uses Whisper, so you can talk to it. It uses Olama to talk to the local models on your machine, like DeepSeek, Quen, Llama, whatever. And then it will turn it into text-to-speech, the response, as a WAV file, and it logs everything. And you can play around with the system prompts, you can play around with temperature, top K, top P, all that good stuff. And you can, it's not like slick like some other people have made it, but you'll sometimes get a response that could be like 4 or 5 minutes. So if you want to do like spoken research, if you want to talk to your model and you do it all at home for free, this is what I made this for. So the answer, the short answer is yes. The short answer is yes. I used to do a lot of research and like write studies and reports and things about research on the LLMs, but there's so many people doing it now, it's kind of like less of a requirement. Fernicar says, hear me out, the voice model has to be re-downloaded. Oh yeah? You might be right. I've been using the same files forever though. Hang on, let me just go to the file. Here we go. Reveal with File Explorer. Here we go. So I'm using Kokoro v1.0 ONNX. Yeah. And the voice data, not that one. Where is the voice data? Ah, there it is. There's the bin file. I've got 1.0 on the bin file. From 9th of February 2025. I think I do. Yeah. Look, I'll look. If he changed the file and they have the same bloody name, you know, here. Let's find out. Because look, right. Voices, see? Copy link address. Let's see what we got here. Oh, where's the models at? Here we go. There, model files. 2 weeks ago, 3 days ago. So it's possible that the voices bin file, see, he should have called it 1.1 if he changed it, man. I don't know. I can only assume that I had the right one because, well, it's got the same file name, but other than that, you know, if it's been changed, it should be, that should be like 1.1 or something, surely. But anyway, let's try it, right? Let's try it. Get rid of this. Or let's find out, actually, is what I mean to say. So yeah, we're gonna stop it. We're gonna paste this one in, and then we're gonna do the old. We'll do the old rigmarole. So we'll do SHA-256 on the one I have, and then SHA-256 on the one you want me to use. Yeah. And if the numbers are the same, I have the same model. And the models are not the same. The new one is bigger. So what happened was he changed the file but didn't change the file name. Listen. I'm not going to comment. But what I am going to do is start using the new one. And luckily, anybody who's downloading the models, you know what I mean? If you're like coming into this today or moving forward, you don't care because you'll get the latest version. But if you downloaded it literally on the day I brought it out, yeah, you'll have a version of the voices that's, I guess, missing some embeddings. I don't know what they've done. Do you think that maybe the Chinese male voices are gonna, and the Brazilian voices will work now too? See, this is kind of why I'm testing this, you know what I mean? I need to know what's going on. Right, let's stop it and start it up again. Because we've, you know, it might cache the model or something, I don't know. There we go, it's back up. So let's try it again. I reckon it'll work now, won't it? Nope, still doesn't work. Crap. Still doesn't work. So there might be some other problem. Hang on. Brazilian voices aren't there. So the Indian voices are there. EF Dora, Lang, ES. It should work. I don't know why that's not working. I wonder if there's some validation that prevents it. Hang on. Did I write? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it... I don't think I did. No. No. There's no validation. Well, before I, like, restart it and stuff... Unless I already did. No, it's good. So, let's do the French. Is it going to give the same problem? Do you know what I mean? That's so weird that Gradio is sensitive to these sorts of things. Pip, Show, Kokoro, Owen and X. Hang on. Here we go.
And welcome for to Disneyland. And welcome for to Disneyland.
Welcome for little Disney. Okay, cool. But you can't have Spanish. An error outlet can't do Spanish. That's so weird because I know it can do Spanish. I'm just going to tell him what the error is. We're getting closer, so I don't care. It's fine. It's just funny how it works. Okay. When we use the TTS function, what was it actually called? Text. Yeah, great. Cool. What's it actually called? Def TTS. It is, yeah, def. When we use the TTS function, TTS, we receive an error when using Spanish voices. ES. Lang equals ES. Yeah. Which is weird because I know it works. I've done it in a comfy node. Do you know what I mean? I've never, like, I should have seen that same thing. Site packages, Kokoro, ONX. Ah, that's why you're asking about it. There's a new version? Okay, hang on. That's something else. So what we can do is we can go back here, look at the requirements.txt. Do I keep on pushing back and forth and going past it? What's going on here? Where's the requirements? Am I, like, blind? Oh, shiza. It's because it's using UV. It uses UV. This environment uses UV. Because I was experimenting with UV. So I never even specified a version for Kokoro. Yeah, I never even specified a version for Kokoro. Let's see what we got. Oh, there it is. Kokoro. Where is it? Where'd it go? Christ. It's like jumping around everywhere. Christ almighty. K. Oh my god. Right. K. So it's... Ah, do I have 0.4.0? Do you think perhaps maybe... Right, I think what we're going to do is we're going to switch it over from using the normal Python environment, what we normally... I'm going to swap it over basically to use UV. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these two and we're going to take that and that and that and... Yeah, we're going to take all of those... Yeah, and we're just going to Wait, hang on, I got a better idea. Take those two, zip them up. Okay, so this would be UVVNV example, okay, because it's just for my reference. That's why there's no bloody requirements. Alright, so then we're going to do delete the VNV. Oh, we probably should shut it down though, right? It's like, you can't do that. My brain. There we go. Get rid of it. What's this say? What's this saying? Ah, yeah, that's comfy. So this is what we're gonna do. Wait. Yeah, wait. Actually, we might not have to run that actually. There we go. Okay, we'll get rid of UV lock. We'll delete the Python version. We'll delete install bat, delete run gradio bat. What else is there? I think that's everything. Yeah. Yeah, that's everything, right. So then what we'll do is we'll steal a non-gradio setup, run gradio, install and requirements like that. And get back into where we were. Paste them in here. And then I'll just change up everything. So this one's going to be Cockero Gradio with a capital G. And that should be an underscore. That's bad news. Oh my gosh. Cockero Gradio, yeah, that should definitely be an underscore. Close that. Get that. Rename it. I bet it's still running the hello to do the save. Whatever. I wanted to try and build something based on parameterizing the examples. That was the idea at the time. I still might do it. Depends how much time we got. So, Cockero, Gradio, good. Now the install bat is going to look at requirements, and then this is the part where instead of Cockwe, we add Cockero. I forget what it was. Cockero ONX, I think it was, wasn't it? He doesn't tell you. Okay. He doesn't tell you. That's okay. So look, pip install u Cockero. So that's it. Okay, yeah, greater than equal to, yeah, we should do that. 0.4.2, yeah, just to try and keep things under control. So where is there it is. Are we in the right? Am I in the right place right now? Yeah, I am. Yeah. Oh, I see what's happened. There we go. 0.6.2 was it? No, 4. Yeah? Try that. It's probably why it works in the other one and not in this one, because it's, you know, it's not the same version, right? That's what my, that's what I reckon anyway. Yeah. So how are we doing? We've got done there. That one there, we can get rid of that. Okay, so dev, Cockero, and then what's this gonna be? It's gonna be the install. Ah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Just need to check it. So basically we've like un-UV'd it. if that makes sense. And then I need, yeah, the UV example can be ignored. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So now it's going to create us a virtual environment without UV. Invalid Python interpreter is selected. Say what? What are you talking about, invalid? Where? No idea, Mush. Good. Yeah, I don't know how to guarantee a version with UV. I could have looked it up, but I figure I already had to un-UV this project before, so I may as well just do it now. Just be like, it doesn't use UV no more. I just wanted something to mess around with, and it's funny, when I went to combine everything, when I combined it all, it tried to like use UV for some reason. So yeah, you got to be careful with this, because it might just actually take you into a needless rabbit hole dive. Okay. Oh yeah, we're done with that. It's this one.
You're listening to FightBelowFive.uk radio. I put this together with all
Just waiting for those dependencies.
weeks. Thanks for listening. You can check them all out online
Shouldn't be long.
and on Bandcamp. Why not go over to FightBelowFive.uk? Check out our YouTube tutorials as well.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I had a dream about forking ComfyUI and converting the whole thing to use UV, and then it turns out somebody already did that. Devo says, have you compared Klein to Cursor before? I'm curious on what your take is. So there are people in our community that use Cursor, and I see Cursor as extremely similar to VS Code for obvious reasons, right? The way I see it is, if you have a biro or a Parker pen, I don't care as long as you can write what you want to write. And so the way I'm looking at the difference between Cursor and Klein is a little bit like the difference between WordPad and Notepad. I'm sure there's differences between them, right? And I have used them both. The only reason I use VS Code with Klein is because there's no monthly subscription, which means that I can put that £20-30 a month into token, actually spending money on working with the AIs that I want to use. So I use, I have got a bunch of them as well. I got Rue Code, Align, Cody, but I use Klein and I use it with Open Router because then I can just jump into as many as I need to get my hands on. Whenever there's a new model out, they usually add it. They had DeepSeek extremely fast. Now I know that you could just plug that into Cursor, and there are some things that Cursor is better at over this, but for those sorts of tasks I would actually use Open Web UI. So it's kind of like I don't have anything against them, but I find it cheaper to use VS Code with Klein and Open Router. I can put the money I would have spent on Cursor into this now. I'm sure that over time Cursor will get more and more useful features to the point where, it'll be better than a VS Code extension, right? But it's still relatively early days for Cursor. I don't think they're really that old product. When I used it, I was able to make it use all of my agentic stuff. So, you know, but like I said, I didn't get to learn the complete feature set. So there might be something in there that I would love so much that I would pay the 20-30 quid a month for. But at the moment, with everything so quick changing, I think you can be more dynamic with a VS Code client setup. Also, I can install this on a Chromebook. I don't know if I mentioned that. a dual-core Celeron Chromebook is what I start my projects on a Chromebook, and then some of them graduate to getting fixed on the main PC. Right then. So I don't know if that helps, but to be honest, Cursor is like somewhere between this and Open Web UI, which I also love and haven't had a chance to really cover on the live show yet. We're going to be covering it soon though. What I've done is I've deliberately left Dockerized stuff until last, and we've covered all the foundational basics of getting to grips with and getting comfortable with using VS Code with Klein. So yeah, like I said, I don't care if you use a biro or a fountain pen as long as you're comfortable writing what you want to write. You know, you should never be judgmental of somebody's... I'm not saying you were, I'm just saying, like, in general, it's kind of like one of those things, you know? Anyway. It's like, is there really such thing as one better than the other? I mean, maybe, but it depends how you work, doesn't it? So you could do everything in Notepad. Do you know what I mean? Like if you want to be objective, you could do everything in Notepad. So I don't know. I don't mean the AI stuff. I just mean the actual writing. Do you know what I mean? You could just type in Notepad if you want. So then it's sort of like, it's like a spectrum, you know. At one end, you type every single word, and at the other end, you type like 5 words. It's up to you. Depends how much editing you want to do, really, doesn't it? Like, the more you write, the less you edit. In theory. Definitely the less you type, the more you edit, though. That's definitely true. So let's refresh it. Okay. Hello. Please don't be broken. What? Yes. Daishan says there are those that like to have everything on the screen and those who hate it. True. I prefer to have nothing on my screen, just black, just a black void. That's what I like. Devo says, for me, a noob script kiddie, I really like that Cursor can handle docs URLs. I indexed 3JS and P5JS and reference it without me having to instruct it to. That's cool. Daishan says, if you want to be the next Mr. Roboto, you should only use Notepad. Very true. Devo says, it's always a trade-off between effectiveness versus efficiency. Exactly. Time, cost, quality. The age-old triangle. Triangle. Time, speed, cost, money, quality. Is it good? You can only choose one. Really. It's choose two, really, is what they say. But to be honest, if you want to specialize, you can only choose one. And one of them has to suffer in order to go in any direction from the middle. You've always seen it. It's the video game thing, right? No matter which way you go, you're going to move away from the others. So, yeah, you know, do you want it to be fast? We'll make it next week or next year. Do you want to make it cheap or expensive? $1 million. Do you want to make it good or bad? You have to choose. Choose.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Well, that works. But does it work with the new voice though? Adora. Cross those fingers, ladies and gents. Oh!
Hey Joe.
Ho ho ho! It worked. Wait a minute.
Hey Joe.
Hey Joe. Okay, learn about my favourite. Where's my favourite Indian voice? I think it was it Omega? I think it's Omega. I think this guy... Come on. If this works, I can push the update and be done with it. Woo! And then you'll be like, hey, why have I got 2 virtual environments if you just did an update?
And hello he. And hello he. And hello he.
See, he's actually, you know, it's got the Indian inflections as well, which is quite cool. So yeah, that worked. What about Santa? He's the guy they wouldn't let me do before. He's another favourite. The ultimate Spanish podcast voice.
Hey Joe. Hey Joe. Hey Joe.
Oh, that's so good. And I even got the speed, so I could be like, oh, I want him to be... oh, wait, is that too much? Let's try that. It's pretty quick. 36 seconds? No, less.
Hey Joe. Hey Joe. Hey Joe.
Hey Joe.
Hey Joe.
Hey Joe. Love it. Whatever it is, love it. Okay, now, let's see. Let's say I want to blend... Let's say I want to blend American Liam with Spanish Santa. And I want to say... I want to say something like that. And remember, this isn't slurped, this is just the default blending mode. I haven't got the slurp mode on this Gradio yet. Fernicar says, it's working, the cherry on top. Congratulations on 50th live stream. Thanks, Fernicar. It is our 50th live show. We will be here every day at 7 PM GMT. Unless I put something in the pings on our Discord. And don't forget, there's a join link in the video description if you want to get involved. Let's hear this.
Explore complex projects, use the browser, and execute terminal commands.
Excellent. Just a little bit of Santa. And like I said, if I had my slider... So again, I'm going to try and get... Obviously, the next thing I'm going to try and do is get my blending mode to work again. But it already works in ComfyUI, and to be honest, this is like a test area. I'm not, you know what I mean? I made this Gradio so that I could mess around and add stuff to it if I had the idea, you know? And then also to base my nodes, my Comfy nodes were based on the code in the Gradio. So that's the process. So I hope that this has been informative. I hope this has been helpful. Tonight my plan was essentially to show you my Gradio update, walk through fixing ComfyUI. This is actually good now, we don't need to do it, it's fixed. Okay, like I said, thank you Fernicar, I believe, and everybody else that helped out in the chat tonight. I do believe that the problem wasn't the code, it was just a compatibility thing. And this is often because all of these AIs have a cutoff date. Whatever the version of the software was on that day is what we should be using. So it's going to turn into a little bit of a rat's nest of when did my model cut off and what version was that at on that day. But if you can get on top of that, there it is. So, like I said, don't forget to check out my GitHub. You'll find all the projects that we work on the live stream. If you want more information, jump on over to the YouTube where you'll find the feature sort of main channel videos and tutorials. Also, you can join the Discord, links in the description. And don't forget that my massive model repo has got hundreds of models over on Civet AI. Alright, I think that's just about everything I've got for you tonight, guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock for the Wednesday stream. Excuse me, Wednesday stream. See you next time.